Yeah. Something, and several times, um, I come across people that want to start their own businesses, and they ask people or they get information from people that have made it, that have become successful. And I have learned that not all successful people want other people to do well. And I have found that. I think that is true because not in all people, and I like to think that it's not in many people, that for some reason, successful people don't want to be overtaken and they feel threatened. So when someone is told, "Oh, you can't do it," "Oh, don't try that," or "Don't try this," they're those people don't want other people to succeed because they don't want them those people don't want to be surpassed.
Yeah, but on the other hand, too, I think that because some people have become successful and they started out of the back seat of their car or something of that nature, they want to see someone else who's trying to do the same thing. And if they have made it, so you have both types, but there is the type as well that wants to give a little nudge or a little help because they see themselves 10 years ago.
There's more people that started out of their back seat of their car than you like to believe,
or their apartment,
or like that you like to think, or out of their apartment, like us, throwing flour around, getting the whole apartment dirty. It's just hard work.
And believing you can do it.
Cleaning customer who we told that we were starting this business, and she wanted to order 100 cakes for we had started business in September, and come December she wanted to order 100 cakes for all of her tenants. She ran an office complex and she wanted to give cakes out for the holidays, and she talked to Leigh. I knew her as well, but she talked to Leigh, and she said, "Leigh, I want to order 100 cakes all packaged up with nice gift cards. Can you do it?" So Leigh was totally honest. We don't have anywhere to bake them.
Because at that point we had really just started
in our
business,
apartment.
So we were doing things in our apartment. To do a few cakes a day was one thing, but to do 100 cakes, and we were in the process of looking for somewhere. We just hadn't found somewhere, so I had to say to her, we don't have a place to bake those. We are looking, but if you give me like a week, I'll let you know.
Yeah, and she says, "Don't worry, I'm not going to order from anyone else. You let me know when you have a space, and I'll order the cakes." So lo and behold, we got the space, and she ordered the cakes. And it was our first order, and that was the time when we did 100 orders, maybe 120 orders, the whole holiday season, and we were up to 3-4 o'clock in the morning every night. Pretty much like I told you, we were self-taught, so we didn't know what we were doing, but we still put out a good product. And now we do 10, 15, 20,000 orders in that same time frame, 10 years later, and we're done by 8 o'clock in the evening every night instead of 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, because a large part of that was because we were doing our other business until late afternoon, going in to the bakery
we were running,
and doing those orders.
Yeah, we were running
there
the dry
were
cleaning
many
business.
times that one of us broke down and cried and said, "What are we doing? Can we do this? I don't know."
We had friends and family, all of them tell us, "What are you doing? What do you know about this?" And
yeah, but when we would break down, if I broke down, he'd say, "We can do it, we can do it." And if he broke down, I'd say, "No, we can do it." And what was fun about that first year, to look back at the fun parts, because there were some scary parts and some stressful parts, but to look back and know that we pulled each other through it and made it work because we weren't sure.
the old things, like when you get older, you always say, "If I could only go back and redo it with things that I know now." But like I answered before, would we do it again? Yes, 100% yes. Do it again, even with the mistakes.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, that's why we are where we are now, because of the mistakes we made and the trials and the errors and learning. Whatever the saying is you can make a mistake, just learn from it. And,
Yeah.
and
A mistake is only
made mistakes.
A mistake's only a mistake if you do it again. A mistake should be a learning experience. Now, if you do that same mistake again and again and again, then that's a mistake over and over again. Learn from it. It's a learning experience. Do it better. You don't have to make a lot of money at any one venture.
But they all kind of balance each
Yes,
other.
money
One has a
is
low,
in
the other one has-
money. Being successful is in multiple. We were just talking the other night about Warren Buffett, of course, multi-billionaire, one of the richest people in the world. But he doesn't get rich from owning just one little company. He has gotten very successful and
Very rich.
world known from having multiple businesses, and that's the way it goes. And you don't hear of very successful, but if you want to throw the money into the mix, and that motivates a lot of people, you don't hear a lot of people getting rich off owning one franchised McDonald's. You hear about people getting rich and very successful over owning 5 to 10 franchised McDonald's. So that's success. I mean, first, success is liking what you do.
And
Not
describe
the
what
last
and
names.
describe what Cornerstone Cookie Company does.
Okay.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
I'll say we own Cornerstone Cookie Company, and then you say what it does.
Okay.
Is that the
Okay,
plan?
and just say your first name, and I'll say my first name.
Okay.
So you say I'm Larry, and then I'll say I'm Leigh. We own Cornerstone Cookie Company, and then you say what we do.
All right. I'm Larry.
I'm Leigh, and we own Cornerstone Cookie Company.
You want to try again?
Yes.
Do you know what you're gonna say?
No.